Welcome back to Premif Academy, where we don't just teach you how to pass, but help you to excel maximally. I am Ahama Moses, your academic instructor. So today, I'll take you on how to beat procrastination and start studying now. Now, procrastination, to me, I see it in three different perspectives. One, that you feel overwhelmed about doing a thing. Secondly, that you don't know where to start from. And thirdly, that you are waiting to feel ready. I don't see procrastination as laziness, right? So now, get right on with me as we get started. Practical strategies on how to overcome procrastination. Procrastination, in the first instance, it is that feeling, that overwhelming feeling that, oh, I'll get this done today, I'll get this done tomorrow, I will do it later. And you find out that at the end of the day, you can't do it or you couldn't do it. Right? That's what procrastination is. And we know that procrastination is what? A killer of time. So as an intentional student, as an optimistic student, you need to overcome temptation. Now follow through as I take you on the practical strategies on how to overcome procrastination. One is the 5 minutes rule. Tell yourself, I will just study for 5 minutes. That's all. Most times, once you get started, before you know it, you see yourself going down beyond 5 minutes. You see yourself going down around 20 minutes, 1 hour. I had someone like that those days. He said, I can't study beyond 1 hour. It's not true. It is just your mindset. You feel you can't go beyond 1 hour because you have not tried it. But once you are intentional, before you know it, you begin to go beyond 1 hour. Some persons say, I can't go beyond 30 minutes. I can't study, beyond so time. But it's not true. You can give that stretch. I usually tell people the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary person is just a little thing, extra. But you see the word extraordinary, right? But the difference between an ordinary person and an extraordinary person is just a little extra, that little stretch. This person is doing for 1 hour. You are doing for 1 hour 10 minutes. You are going for 1 hour 20 minutes. That little extra, it's what makes you exceptional, right? So just practice the 5 minute rule. Instead of procrastination, instead of procrastinating, instead of saying I want to do it for, I want to do it tomorrow or next tomorrow, you can just say, okay, I want to do it for 5 minutes. Before you know, you get more excited in your study and then go ahead. For example, open your book and say, let me just revise, yesterday's, biology test. Let me just revise yesterday's anatomy questions. Let me just go through my past question for 5 minutes. Before you know it, you are going beyond the time you presume. Number 2, use the Pomodoro technique. Set a 25 timer, go over your study, do 5 minutes, rest for 5 minutes, repeat that process for about 4 times. That is 25 minutes, right? Just try it, you will see the result. Number 3, create a study trigger. A study trigger is that thing you do that reminds you, that brings your mind back to your study. It could be that you say to yourself, after my evening dinner, the next thing is for me to study. After my evening dinner, I will spend 5 minutes to rest, and then the remaining 1 to study. It could even be you setting a time or an alarm on your clock, on your phone. Once it gets to show time, I will study. It could be you have church service to attend. Once I am back, I rest a little bit, I will study. So these are the things you set and then build consistency in them. Number 4, remove distractions. Don't say I will just check WhatsApp, I will just check Facebook, let me just stroll through social media. You may get stuck there. No. Put your phone, if possible, on airplane mode. Give your phone to anybody, that your roommate or whoever around, to just hold it. That is how you build consistency for the period at which you are going to study. There should be time for everything. By so doing, you see yourself landing, your offer. Now, another way for you to avoid procrastination is to create something that motivates you. Create a why that motivates you. For me, when I was in school, then what motivated me, like I mentioned in our previous video, it was the fact that I had it in mind that I was going to earn a distinction. I was going to graduate with first class. That alone was enough motivation for me. I usually feel that those times after a semester and I hit distinction at the end of the day, I feel if I should take it to my parents, right? My sibling, they will cheer me up. They will tell me, oh, you are doing well, oh, great man, hey, this, that, Moses, this, and so on. While I was expecting all of those, I discovered that it was not really coming. And I have to realize that, well, this is me, life for me. So whatever I want to become, it is up to me. In fact, the responsibility has been taken care of me by my parent, and so I owe myself that responsibility to hit it hard. So the fact that I wanted to earn distinction, the fact that I wanted to graduate with first class, was enough motivation for me, even if no other thing came. The next I would mention is build a study system, not just a study mood. Not like, okay, I feel like, build a study system. Success isn't about motivation, it's about system. I tell people, I say system is more dependable than discipline. Be specific in your goals. It could be reading 10 pages of a particular handout or material in a day. It could be reading 10 pages of this material before 9 p.m., before show time. Finish all your past questions. I tell people that I study with 4 materials when preparing for an examination. So number 1 is the past question. I go with my past question to study. I get a personal either 60 or 80 level exercise book for studying, where I have to answer the past question, go through the lecturer's material, and then bring it down there. So the past question, my personal exercise notes, preparation for exams. Now, the dictation notes, the one while the lecturer is taking me on the course, I'm writing down in class. And then finally, the lecturer's material. Material here, I mean, could be textbook, it could be handouts, as the case may be. So these are the 4 materials I study with. This is a system. Then, when I begin to study with this material, 2 weeks to exams, I only appear with that dictation note and the past question to make reference. This is a system I built for myself. I was not just going with the whole of the textbooks and what have you to study. No, I had a system. So set up a system. Keep a study tracker. Another thing I would say, reward yourself. Reward yourself. When you hit it hard, reward yourself. Say, oh yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, I made it. Rewarding yourself could just be, okay, taking yourself out. Let me just chill. Chill here, I mean, you just go sit calm in a place and then try to, appreciate nature. Tell yourself, oh, you've done well. Right? Don't wait to be in the mood before you do that. So with all this being said, I hope you've learned a lot. I hope you've mastered the key on how to avoid procrastination. Now you know what to do. No more excuses. Don't forget, this is Premif Academy, where we inspire, inform, and ignite greatness in you. Right? So don't forget to like, comment, and share the video while I see you in the next one. Thank you.